You're craving a late-night snack, and what's the first thing you reach for? Anything convenient with little to no cooking. Which handy-dandy appliance do we turn to? That trusty microwave, of course. But before you hit that familiar 30-second button, let's pause for a moment and ponder this. Are we really the masters of our microwaves, or are we just pressing buttons and hoping for the best? Let's take a closer look into just how much we know about these magical appliances. Microwaves. Not exactly the result of a chef's brainstorming session. This invisible kitchen marvel has revolutionized our kitchens. No, their origin story is more akin to a happy accident, kind of like finding a $20 bill in last winter's coat pocket. So let's rewind to World War II. During the chaos and high-stakes tech developments, British physicists were tinkering away with something called the magnetron. No, it's not a villain from a sci-fi flick, but rather a device that emits microwaves, a form of electromagnetic radiation. Initially crafted for radar systems to aid in the war effort, the magnetron unexpectedly stumbled upon its culinary prowess. Enter Percy Spencer, the accidental hero of microwave cuisine. Spencer, an American engineer, was toying with magnetrons for radar equipment at Raytheon when he noticed something peculiar. His candy bar had turned into a gooey mess. Yes, you heard it right. His snack literally melted in his pocket thanks to the microwaves emitted by the magnetron. Spencer, ever the curious soul, decided to test this newfound phenomenon on popcorn kernels. Lo and behold, they popped like miniature fireworks, and thus the microwave oven was born, all thanks to a melted candy bar and some curious experimentation during wartime. Now that we've uncovered the accidental origins of microwaves, let's dive into the juicy science behind how they work their magic. At the heart of every microwave oven lies the magnetron, that unsung hero responsible for zapping your leftovers into deliciousness. Picture it as a tiny wizard conjuring up microwaves, an electromagnetic radiation akin to light. But unlike the light we see, microwaves oscillate at a frequency perfect for jostling water molecules in your food. Cue the science-y term dielectric heating. So what is dielectric heating, you ask? Well, it's like a culinary rave party happening inside your food. As microwaves bombard your dish, they make water molecules dance and jiggle furiously. This molecular mosh pit generates heat, cooking your food from the inside out. And get this, these microwaves oscillate a mind-boggling 2.5 billion times per second. No wonder your burrito heats up faster than you can say microwave. But here's the catch. Microwaves can be fickle creatures. They have their hot spots and cold spots, kind of like your favorite coffee shop. That's where food rotation comes into play. You see, every microwave comes with its own power rating measured in watts. It's like the horsepower of your microwave, determining how much energy it pumps into your food per second. Now, why does wattage matter? Well, think of it this way. A higher wattage microwave is like a Formula One car, zipping through cooking tasks at lightning speed. Meanwhile, a lower wattage microwave is more like a trusty old pickup truck. Gets the job done, but takes a bit longer to rev up. And here's the kicker. Wattage directly impacts cooking time. A higher wattage microwave delivers more energy per second, so it cooks your food faster. It's like turbocharging your cooking experience. On the flip side, a lower wattage microwave requires more time to achieve the same cooking results. So knowing your microwave's wattage is key to mastering microwave magic. Now here's where the magic really happens. Adjusting your cooking times based on your microwave's wattage. It's like custom tailoring your cooking experience for optimal results. You wouldn't wear a one-size-fits-all outfit, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all cooking time? Let's break it down. Say you're following a recipe that calls for a 1,000-watt microwave, but yours is only 700 watts. If you blindly follow the recipe, you'll end up with undercooked or overcooked food. Not exactly a recipe for success, right? That's where the power of adjustment comes in. By tweaking your cooking times to match your microwave's wattage, you ensure that your food cooks evenly and to perfection. It's like finding the sweet spot on a guitar. Once you hit it, everything just harmonizes beautifully. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth am I supposed to know how to adjust my cooking times? Fear not, my friends, for we live in the age of technology where there's an app for pretty much everything, including microwave wattage adjustment. Power settings aren't just there for show. They're the keys to unlocking a whole world of cooking possibilities. It's like having a toolbox full of different gadgets for every culinary challenge that comes your way. Think of power settings as the volume knob on your microwave's cooking symphony. They dictate how much energy your microwave delivers to your food per second. And just like adjusting the volume on your favorite playlist, tweaking your microwave's power settings can fine-tune your cooking experience to perfection. Now, let's talk about when to bust out those power settings and crank up the cooking creativity. Spoiler alert, it's not just about blasting everything on high and hoping for the best. No, my friends. Mastering the art of microwave cooking means knowing when to dial it up or dial it down. High power is your go-to for quick cooking tasks, like reheating leftovers or zapping frozen dinners. It's like hitting the fast-forward button on your microwave's culinary journey, perfect for those times when hunger strikes and patience is in short supply. Medium power is where things get interesting. It's like the Goldilocks of power settings, not too hot, not too cold, but just right. Use medium power for simmering sauces, steaming veggies, or gently melting chocolate. It's all about slow and steady wins the race, ensuring your food cooks evenly without risking burnt bottoms or cold centers. And then there's low power, the unsung hero of microwave settings. It's like the gentle hug your food needs to achieve culinary nirvana. Use low power for delicate tasks like softening butter, melting cheese, or defrosting meats. It's all about taking your time and letting the microwave work its magic at a leisurely pace. We're diving deep into the science to separate fact from fiction and uncover the truth behind this convenient little feature. Now, on the surface, the 30-second button seems like the ultimate shortcut to microwave mastery. Just tap a couple of times and voila! Instant microwave magic, right? Well, not so fast. While it's convenient, does it really deliver the same cooking results as manual input? That's the million-dollar question we're here to answer. To get to the bottom of this culinary conundrum, we rolled up our sleeves and conducted some good old-fashioned experiments. We're talking Hot Pockets, popcorn, and everything in between, all in the name of science, of course. First up, we put the 30-second button to the test against manual input for heating Hot Pockets. Surprisingly, we found some notable differences in food texture and cooking results. It turns out that relying solely on the 30-second button led to firmer, less evenly cooked Hot Pockets compared to manual input. Who would have thought? But we didn't stop there. We also experimented with other microwave delicacies, like popcorn, and guess what? The results were equally eye-opening. Using the 30-second button resulted in less evenly popped popcorn compared to manually inputting the cooking time. It seems like this seemingly innocent button might not be as foolproof as we once thought. So, what's the verdict? Should we banish the 30-second button to the microwave graveyard? Not so fast. While it might not be the microwave messiah we hoped for, it still has its time and place. For quick fixes and minor adjustments, the 30-second button can be a lifesaver. Need to add just a bit more time to your cooking cycle? Tap away, my friend. But when it comes to serious cooking tasks, like heating up Hot Pockets or popping perfect popcorn, it's best to stick to manual input. From popcorn to pizza to potatoes, these buttons are like the magic spells of the microwave world, offering tantalizingly easy solutions to our culinary cravings. But before we start pressing buttons willy-nilly, let's take a closer look at what each one does. The popcorn button, for example, is like the microwave's way of saying, sit back, relax, and let me handle the popping. Then there's the pizza button, which promises to deliver perfectly reheated slices with just a tap. And who could forget the potato button, the savior of lazy chefs everywhere, promising fluffy baked spuds at the touch of a button. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Do these buttons live up to their promises, or are they just fancy shortcuts to disappointment? Well, my friends, the answer lies in the science behind the buttons. You see, each button is programmed to deliver a specific cooking time and power level tailored to the food it's named after. But here's the catch. Every microwave is different, and these preset settings might not always be spot on for your particular model. It's like trying to use the same recipe for every batch of cookies. Sure, it might work most of the time, but there's always room for error. That's where the limitations come in. While these buttons can be convenient for quick fixes, they're not foolproof. Depending on your microwave's wattage and cooking quirks, you might end up with undercooked or overcooked results. It's like playing a game of microwave roulette. You never quite know what you're going to get. So, what's a microwave maestro to do? Should we abandon these buttons altogether and go back to manual input? Well, not necessarily. While these buttons can be handy in a pinch, they're no substitute for good old-fashioned cooking intuition. For optimal cooking outcomes, consider using manual input instead. By inputting the cooking time and power level yourself, you have more control over the cooking process and can tailor it to your specific microwave and food. It's like taking the wheel and steering your culinary journey in the right direction. So the next time you're faced with a microwave mystery, don't just rely on the buttons to do the work for you. Take charge, experiment with manual input, and unlock the true potential of your microwave. Who knows, right? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time.